Hey everyone, so today you are going to be playing a game called Dice+Dice+Baby so that you can further understand how genetics work when a baby is being developed. So the first thing you're going to need to do is grab a partner. If we have an uneven number of students in class today, you are more than welcome to have one group of three, but it works best if you have a group of 2 students working together. So you and your partner will need to grab one of the dice that are on the counter. You can use one of the small ones or one of the large ones, it doesn't matter. And partner 1 is going to roll the dice. If partner 1 rolls an even number, then they're going to write D for dominant in the column. So we'll pretend that partner 1 rolled an even number. And then partner 2 goes, and if they roll an even number, they would then write a D. If they rolled an odd number, they would write a small r for recessive. So I'm going to just go ahead and put a lowercase r there. All right, so I can see for face shape, I have a D for dominant and a lowercase r for recessive. Then in the next 2 columns, you see the words genotype and phenotype. So a genotype is someone's unique sequence of DNA, and the phenotype is what the person has inherited or what we see because of their particular sequence of DNA. So for this example, for face shape, the genotype is DR. And if I come down to this key here, I can see for face shape, dominant is round, recessive equals square. And if I look over here, okay, when you have 2 dominants, that equals dominant. When you have a dominant and a recessive gene, that's also going to be dominant. But if you have a recessive genotype, then the phenotype will be recessive. So for this example, I have a dominant recessive, so my face shape is going to be dominant, which equals round. So for the phenotype, I'm going to write round. And you're going to continue to do that for hair color, texture, the widow's peak, eyebrows, eye color, mouth size, lips, dimples, earlobes, and freckles. When you come to the second part of the assignment, you are going to be creating a Punnett square based off of your information and also working with another group, their information. So I would write group 1's genes on the top. So for face shape, group 1 had D, R, and we're going to say group 2 had recessive. So now what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to write DR here. RR would be in this group, okay, and then DR and RR. Okay, I'm going to label these 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're going to do this for each of the different categories. But what I'd like you to do after you come up with all of your, I can go back and I can see that is dominant squares. The next thing you're going to do is use a random number generator. So one that I like to use is random.org. And when you get to that site, you can put in the minimum number of being 1, the maximum number of being 4, and then just generate a random number. And as it does that, you are going to choose which of the squares inside your Punnett square your baby would have if we were to have you and your partner create a baby. So let's say I generated random number 1. I know that that is going to be a dominant gene, and therefore my face shape is going to be round for this baby. Okay, so as you do this, you're going to see what would happen if you had 2 parents come together and make a baby, and what their genes would have the baby look like. And then what I'd like you to do at the end is use the information from this chart here to draw or color your baby. There are markers on the counter that you can use if you prefer to use crayons or colored pencils. If you look back on the preschool area counter, you will see some and you're more than welcome to use them. When you finish, I would like everyone to turn this assignment in. So I know you're working with a partner, but if you could please both turn the assignment in, that would be fantastic. There are paper copies available for you. So if you decide to use a paper copy, please take a picture and upload it to Canvas. If you use the digital copy, you can go ahead and upload that to Canvas as well. All right, have a great day, everyone. Please email me if you have any questions.